if you are smart, successful, but exhausted by dating, this video is for you. Because here is the paradox. Intelligent people are often the ones who burn out the most in modern dating. Because the exact thing that helps them win at their career, their brain, they need to learn to master it for love too. So in this video, I will explain what dating burnout is and what to start doing so you can finally date without draining yourself. I'm Koloina, an engineer and dating strategist on mission to help you escape the modern dating matrix and find the person that fits you. So first, let's quickly define burnout so we better understand dating burnout specifically. Burnout happens when your cup is full, mentally, emotionally. You feel exhausted or depleted, so you can't take on anything more. You can't work more, or it's difficult to love people actively, to connect in depth, or even to say hello to a stranger. And so this said, there are 3 things that drain your tank for dating, and I call them the 3 levels of dating burnout. Level 1 is dating burnout doesn't start with dating, contrary to what people think. It starts with general life burnout. When you are a high achiever or simply an overthinker, modern life is mentally taxing. You have to manage work, stress, performance, your goals, sometimes people, without counting your unresolved traumas. You pour all your energy into it, and by the time you think of love, there isn't much left for it. And so often, dating burnout is simply that you are already exhausted before entering the dating pool. You've become emotionally unavailable, but then you say, I just don't feel like dating right now. And it's very important because sometimes you're confused. You think you don't want love anymore, when actually you simply lack the capacity for it. And so what is the first solution to that exhaustion? Increase your capacity, because love is energy and energy must be protected. So do not quit dating because you are fed up with it, but upgrade your lifestyle so you can make room for love because you actually want it. How do you do that concretely? You need to create pockets of time for rest during the day, because the power of rest is that it replenishes yourself, it restores your baseline, so you'll find the strength to approach, to date, and to love again. Personally, I like doing breathing exercises or going on a walk daily. You can also meditate or have a nap. Any activity that creates that space. When your life calms down, then dating becomes easier. It becomes less like a task, like I gotta go on a date again, and it feels more like an opportunity again. Second, if dating fatigue can come from general life fatigue, it also comes from relationships. That is level 2 of dating burnout. Level 1 was your life is full. Level 2 is your love life is full. Dating burnout comes from emotional baggage from past failures. I remember my first burnout at work as a consultant. My boss was a narcissist. Basically, he would send me emails during the day, tearing down my work, and basically trying to destroy my career. He wanted to demote me. And every night when I would go back home, I would ruminate his actions, wondering, why does he do that? And why me? My thoughts would race down to having headaches. And so I found out that burnout happens when you are too focused on the past. And the same happens with dating. Your subconscious mind is flooded with memories from the past. It remembers the past mistakes, the disappointments, the breakups, maybe the cheating, the overall sense of failure. All of that weighs down and leads to that ultimate expression of dating burnout. The thought of, I don't want to date anymore. Why? Because your cup is full and your nervous system won't allow another romantic failure on top of the deck. And so dating burnout is normal. It's self-protection. It's your system that screams, stop. We've had enough heartbreaks, please. Your brain is simply doing its job from survival instinct. Well done, dear brain, as I like to call him. And so the solution here is to stop and strategize. 1, stop. Pause your dating life a moment. Give your nervous system a break. It's resting and allowing it to reset. Because healed people build healthy, lasting relationships. Broken people perpetuate broken ones. Second, strategize. You want to stop the bleed. Stop this cycle of relationships that end, right? Otherwise, it will only deplete you even more, failure after failure. And that's why you need to start dating smartly with strategy. It will preserve your capital of energy and your love life. Because again, love requires energy. And that's why I have created the Relationship Code, your digital dating tool that provides you with your tailored dating strategy so you can attract, meet, and date the person that fits you for that relationship that lasts. So you stop wasting time in the wrong people and you start investing in the right one. It's your personalized key to exceed the modern dating matrix. So check the link below. Here's the thing. Most people believe that strategy is for their job or for their finances. When you buy a house or when you invest in crypto or in stocks, then you use logic. Then you think smartly. But when it comes to dating, suddenly you are taught to follow your heart. But isn't love the biggest investment of your life? You are going to spend every single day with the same person for the next 40, 60 years. Which leads me to number 3. Fatigue comes from over-investing in the wrong people. You've invested your time, your energy, your heart, sometimes your money in relationships that eventually didn't yield lasting results as expected. And when it ends, it hurts badly. And what happened is that you got emotionally attached before making sure that the investment was actually worth it. But any kind of investment requires logic, right? Not feeling. You don't gamble, you strategize. And so that's why more than ever, you need to date with logic beyond feeling. Evaluate the relationship logically before investing emotionally. Okay? It's reason before emotion and not backward like modern dating culture teaches you and no relationship code teaches you. By asking the right questions early and not 10 years later when you have bought the house and you have the kids and it's just harder to break up. Now, there is a third and last level of dating burnout that is related to dating itself and to dating apps in particular. Fatigue comes from cheap dopamine and choice overload. Okay, without surprise, technology induces burnout. And it's just like any social media. Choice overload because you are asking yourself endless questions. Do I like their picture, their pose, their hobbies? Is this attractive enough? Is this long-term viable? And this multiplied by dozens of profiles, and even worse when you are an overthinker, which leads to decision fatigue inevitably because you are constantly judging, analyzing, and deciding. Not only that, dating apps are simply a scaled version of real-life dating, amplifying all its effects. You date more, so you text more, you think more, you also risk more quick attachment and the disappointment and the heartbreak that goes with it. And so dating app burnout arises from volume, okay? From the moment you treat dating as a numbers game. Also because you simply don't know exactly who you are looking for. That's why you are asking all those questions while swiping. But what if you could answer all those questions in advance? So when you go on apps, you only have to swipe. You think less, you decrease cognitive load, and you decide more. You decide better and quicker, protecting you from burnout. That's the power of preparation and the power of strategy, actually. So if you want help setting up that strategy that prevents burnout, then check the relationship code below because it will answer for you all those questions that you're asking yourself about who is the right fit for you. So when you open your app the next time, you are there to decide and to date efficiently instead of overthinking. So if you feel exhausted by modern dating, understand that it starts with general life burnout. And on top of that, you add overinvestment in past relationships, overthinking, choice overload, and cheap dopamine from dating apps. And the solution to dating burnout and to burnout in general is not withdrawal, but it's to expand your capacity for more. Okay, for the couple you want, maybe the kids you want, the life you actually want. You simply need to take care of yourself. So you build strength to approach, to date, and to love again. It's also dating with logic beyond feeling. So you stop over-investing and you protect yourself emotionally. Now that you know where dating burnout comes from, you may be wondering, okay, but how do I actually choose the right person for me? How do I stop guessing? It all starts with watching this video next, because when you pair what you've just learned with what's in this video, this is when you get the full picture and it becomes way more powerful. I see you there.